Good evening, this is Nerdistic Human, and welcome back to our YOLO campaign of Rome towards Alexander. And you join me outside Memphis, where last time we took on a couple full stacks of Persians on the Nile River here. And indeed, looks like we're going to have to face a little bit more of that going forward. But we did make some good progress last time. We finally got ourselves in a position to have some money. And with some money, we can start actually hiring up some new troops. Some new troops that I probably should be doing right now, actually, Thomas, yes. But I am hiring up some new troops over in some of our renamed towns. We have Jade over here. One of our most frequent commenters has got their name request in. Excellent stuff. And we're getting ourselves some Hypaspists, which are very pronounceable, of course, and some Phalangists, which are slightly more pronounceable. They're going to head over to Parmenion Mazzini. Again, another choice name here from the comment section. So we will continue to name some of these as we move along. End of episode 3 is probably going to be our last chance to give me your name for your city if you want to join on in. We have a few members who should get their city today, actually, seeing as we're about to sweep through this part of the world. Well, certainly I hope so. I'm imagining these might be the last 5-6 armies that they have. Oh dear. But we do have our rebel friends back home who are looking after everything. That's all grand, isn't it? We might well do with the Scythians today, but we're going to see what they get up to. They're not giving us any bother right now, so I'm not going to worry about it. By the way, one thing I have changed since last time, I've made sure that the Christian archers definitely are in the game, as there was a question in the comments about that. And on that note, I've now added it into our building browser. No idea why it wasn't turning up before, but they are there now. So on the archery range, which none of our cities actually have, by the way, we can get ourselves some Cretians. They're not as good as Rome Total War Cretians, by the way, but they're still decent. Long range missiles is always excellent. So hopefully we'll be able to get a few of them out in the near future. We probably do need to do some repairs, Thomas, yes. We'll get to that in time, but for now, we're going to continue our movement. In case you're wondering, by the way, I do have a spreadsheet of the men we've recruited so far. We're just under 4,000 in terms of how many we've recruited. I don't know how many more we're going to need, but I know that Persia started with something like 25,000, 30,000. At least that much. I think I gave up counting, to be honest with you. But they had an awful lot of men, so we're going to need to do a little bit more murdering first. So Parmenion Mazzini might well come under attack on this in turn. They have a fair few rams. They might have some more ready for us. And at the bridge, Alexander is ready for the next round. Although, yeah, these phalanges took a bit of a beating last time. We did, though, hire up some more Persian slingers, so hopefully we're able to make use of those guys on the end turn. Indeed, immediately we will. 1,702 men from Captain Adam Manish are going to head on into Alexander. Now these guys, how are they looking? There's still a fair few of these Mardin archers. That's annoying. They caused, a lot of them. They caused the damage last time. Let's hope they organise themselves quickly and head straight into their deaths. Okay. Yeah, once again, we're probably going to take some losses, but it's fine. This should be Egypt locked down. We can get the fresh troops out of Memphis and we'll be heading up towards Tyre. Let's swing on in. Immediately then, looks like we're going to have a very familiar battle scene here. Guys, stop the very slow movement and just start shooting in, please. I just need these guys gone. Those Scythe chariots are not quite in range. That's a bit of a shame, actually. Can we just get ourselves a bit closer? Now, I'm not going to come right up to the riverfront because I really want to be taking these guys down as much as possible. So let's just get everyone taking as many shots as we can. And we're going to try and only lose some of the missiles, if any of them, this time. I want to make sure that we can run these pikes into position when we need to. But yeah, we don't need to lose as many as we did last time. They aren't actually going to start firing until they're organised, is what we learned last time. But they could be very quick here, actually. So I'm going to start getting these guys running in because they are... Yeah, they could be very quick, I actually now think. So I'm going to put these guys in position. Put these guys in position. I'm going to leave them until a little bit more last minute. But we need to be a little bit careful about all of that. Okay, good. Slings are coming on in over there. That's what we want to see. As many shots into these archers as humanly possible. And these guys are just have to shoot whoever they fancy, because I can't tell them what to do. They'll just start charging at them immediately afterwards. So get your phalanxes down and we await their charge. Now, because the AI does some weird things, they're not shooting at all until this very last Mardin Archer unit gets into position, which is very bizarre, but I guess it kind of works for me. Sadly, my slingers are now getting stuck in a weird position where they can't quite shoot on in quite annoying, so we're just going to have to get ourselves organised. That archer's about to be in place, which means I think they're about to charge. Let's get these guys straight in now. It's I think it's time, lads. You into those margin archers. We want those ones gone as much as possible. Are they ready to come on in? They must be just about, those archers in place. And yeah, they're going to come on in straight away. All right, this is okay. Bring these guys back. Bring them back. Don't need to get anyone shot unnecessarily. Just shoot on at whatever you guys can. So yeah, they're being shot at now. Get out of there, lads. Get out of there. You don't need to be in that. And they're going to immediately melt as they hit the line. Excellent stuff. This is just what we want to see. Okay, I'm going to say, grab my cav and get them much, much closer this time. You guys slowly walk into that position. It'll be fine. Slingers, stop running away and just stand there and shoot. Thank you very much. We're going to take some hits from those archers, but they are mostly just in the stupid position and did not shoot when they had the opportunity, which is absolutely marvellous. Hit someone at the back, please, Slingers. As minimal shots into our own men as possible. That'll be perfect. This time the cavalry is ready to actually charge on in. I'm going to send my chariots. Oh, there he goes. That's the general. I'm going to say, that's the chariots over here, just to make sure that we're just to make sure that we're actually in position to get as many routes as possible. But I don't think that's actually going to be necessary, because it looks like they're about to all fall apart. But we need it to be as quick as possible so we can go and deal with these archers post-haste with minimal losses, please. So let's just watch the carnage continue. With them all routing, it looks like the archers are indeed going to flee now. So I'm going to say, yeah, you guys get off of that. Flee out of there. Cavalry, not those guys, get straight across the river. Start flooding across best you can. We're going to chase them all down. They're getting in the way really badly here, as you can probably imagine. Unfortunately, these guys are incredibly quick. It's actually terrifying, so we might not actually make it in time. Looks like the lightest cav are going to make it. We actually lost a few in that scrum over there. I think what happened is our slingers were still shooting because we're utter numpties. Get on top of these guys as quick as you can. All right, Mr. General, yeah, that's fine. We're going to do some damage, not enough, but it will have to do. It will have to do. Well done, Light Cav. You've definitely done some good work here, but it's not quite going to be enough. Companion Cav are late to the party, damn it. Ah, too slow. Too slow, but another great victory there for us here today. Call it heroic all you want. We did shoot some of our own at the bridge, which is not ideal on this campaign. In case you're interested in the breakdown of that, that is 1,500 kills to just 61 of theirs. We actually lost 56 men at the end of that, though. We did get a few casualties healed up. Alexander, oh no, I lost one of my Steves along with me. That's a bit of a shame, but we are gaining experience now. That is very welcome indeed. On the new turn, unfortunately, we have managed to lose some men to a storm, which is absolutely not part of the plan. So, back onto my list, 15 to a storm. Brilliant. So yeah, the boat's taking some damage, but nonetheless we're doing okay on the whole. We can start to do just a little bit of merging over in this part of the world. There we are, down to 9 on those guys. I'm going to send them back there for the time being, but apart from that, this is looking pretty darn good, all things considered. We have enough troops here, I would say, to start heading on forward. So I'm going to say, let's grab as much as we can. How is Memphis looking? Not that happy. Low tax rate. We'll get that sorted out. What can we do? We can send you over there, but that makes you unhappy. Companion Cav really shouldn't be hanging around there, so we've got to figure out what we're doing. Probably just sending some hoplites back. But at this point, money isn't doing great. I'll be honest, that temple is an awful lot that we could be spending things on. That's better than that. So, okay, well, I'm going to reorganise this just a little bit. Maybe these rodent slingers have done their job, but I probably want some missiles, really. Maybe we'll just send a few more agrarian lads back here. Maybe this chap just has to look after the city for a while. They don't seem happy no matter what I do, quite frankly. And the inevitable attack of Parmenion Manzini is going to take place. Darius is going to head on in. I do have some reinforcements from outside the city. That should certainly help us out, but this is going to be a tough one. There's a big pile of rams, and potentially they could cause us an awful lot of damage. You've already lost men to the siege here. That's not looking too good, but kill the general and we should be in a pretty good place. Let's head on in. This is going to be interesting. We have ourselves a pretty small city here, tight streets, and only 2 real entrances to the plaza, so we're just going to block them up. Got this one over here. I think this one might be reachable, so we're just going to block that up in case we need it. You guys are going to move yourselves in this direction. We actually might be able to get them in, amusingly. That would be pretty good. In fact, what I want to do is, if possible, head out here and take care of some archers if there are some archers in silly positions. Yes, absolutely. Hopefully these guys will actually rout and not fight to the very last man, because if they do fight to the last man, we are going to be in big trouble. Well, the battle begins then with an immediately terrible charge, I imagine, at these margin archers. Indeed, we seem to have entirely missed them. Perfect. We'll let these guys deal with them as well. They are loading and shooting. They're about to absolutely slaughter us. Indeed they have. That's really bad news, actually. Guys, get out of there straight away, because that is not good. Alexander Cav being completely shot down. Normally they like to dance, but AI surprising me there with a surprise, yes, actually standing and shooting situation. Okay, we're going to maybe just keep everyone else away on that particular note. Alexander Cav going to run towards the Immortals at the gateway. I suspect they're all going to immediately die. It did feel like a sensible plan, but yeah, unfortunately, the AI are actually doing good things with their archers for once, which is not what I was expecting at all. Okay, you bring your Cav over here. We'll bring these lads over in this direction. Hopefully we'll be okay. We've now opened the gate for them, which is brilliant. They're now trying to ram our horses. We are, well, anyway, they're going to crack open the gate, so it doesn't really matter all that much, but it would have been nice to do some damage to these guys. Going to send these 2 units out. No, not you, Mr. Random Papist. I cannot pronounce that word. Anyway, get these lads in to charge at these chaps. We'll see what damage we can do. For the next 2 minutes, the clips are basically only going to be of walls falling down. Slightly different tactics from the 2 armies here. One of them is knocking down every possible hole in the wall that is ever going to exist, and the other one is just all flooding through the single gate that we opened at the front door. Okay, this guy's lost a few of his chaps. I think it's time for us just to get in. Just ram into those Immortals while you're there. You might do better work doing that, quite frankly. Yeah, just try that. To be honest, I don't think you're going to make it back to the plaza though after this, because ooh, okay, you routed anyway. That's fine, so long as you don't run straight through the infantry. There's a gate right there which we have control of. No? Okay, no. Some of you like to die, and that's how it's going to go. This is what happens when you try and be proactive in this battle. I'm just going to go and hide on the plaza. I'm just going to let everyone else get themselves killed. It'll be fine. Into the main bit of the battle then, and of course what we do need to deal with now is a big pile of infantry. Part of the reason I was sending my cavalry out was because I didn't want their archers to be shooting me down as we stand here ready to die. So, okay, I'm going to tell these guys to hold back, actually. You'll be absolutely fine as you are. Let's get these chaps into position over here, just in case we need them to do that job. That'd be marvellous. So yeah, at this point they're going to have to run through an awful lot of pikes in every direction. I don't think they're going to do too well, but their archers could be annoying if the AI is sensible enough. They actually were sensible outside, so we never know. It could go stupid yet, but yeah, I'm expecting this kind of thing most of all, to be honest. As for this part of the world, yeah, okay, they're going to try and pile in through my phalanges over here. In fact, these are the hoplites, actually. It's a slightly weaker section. Heavy Bactrians actually doing a good job. Throw the javelins in. Don't throw the javelins in. They're running away. No need to worry about that. So yeah, I think we're going to be pretty much fine over here, but we'll make sure that we keep an eye on everything. Persian infantry piling on in, more of them. Heavy Bactrians at the back there. Where's Darius, whatever we want to pronounce him as. Let's throw some javelins at these guys because, yeah, those Bactrian camels can be irritating. In come more from that direction. Yeah, they're going to whittle down these guys gradually, actually, aren't they? Might not be the worst idea, just to back up these guys, actually. Yeah, go and do that. I think that might be for the better. In fact, yeah, I'm going to tell these guys actually to just go and do that as well, because they're really piling on the hoplites and it's not looking so good. Throwing your javelins, hyperboles, everywhere we can see. There's another battle over on this side as well, of course, which isn't necessarily going well. I mean, we will hold because we are entirely on the plaza over here, I should point out. We are angling this in such a way. Do not run in, you just need to get in position. Can they make it up here, by the way? Because those Macedon archers are... Why are they still knocking down walls? Damn it. No, it doesn't look like they are making it through here. I can click there, so I probably can force a movement there if I need to. But for the time being, I don't need to worry about it. Okay, you guys, you're the second row. Just worry about that for the time being. As for this, they're mostly gone now. It's just the Karakades who are going down. Fine. These archers could cause me problems in a minute, so I need to keep an eye on that. What do we want to do about them? I think we're just going to ignore them for the time being and just watch everyone else as they run to their deaths. It does seem like some missiles are coming in at us at this point. We are mostly done on this side by the looks of it. No need to worry about that. That is really the stronger end of the battlefield, it should be said. On this side, yeah, we've lost a few. It's not actually that many. It's a lot of green corpses getting in the way of our guys. I'm going to start getting some next round of javelin men in here. There are missiles coming on in, and we are going to need to push back through those guys pretty darn soon. So I'm going to grab the cav I have. I'm just going to say let's start piling through if we can. Let's just see if we can just get a mass rout into all of this nonsense. Charge on through, lads. Charge on through. And come on, Parmenion. Let's earn your keep. Start running on through all of this nonsense. Mortal 74. And I think there's a bit too much in the infantry there, actually. We got a break, but not the whole lot. That's fine. Looks like this guy's dead. Brilliant. We didn't even get a clip for that. Lovely stuff. So Steve's dead. That's one of them dead anyway. No message. He really didn't matter to the game, did he? Well, he came to reinforce. This guy... Well, you know what? You might as well keep pushing forward. We should just let them run into us at this point. I'm going to say, though, we can probably grab our best unit from over here and bring them over to this part of the world so that we've kind of got, yeah, a slightly stronger second line here because these hoplites are gradually getting whittled down. I can see the chariots here now. That's excellent news. Let's hopefully take those guys out. I'm going to send in the dead general to come and help because quite frankly we need to do anything we can at this point just to push this one over the line. Send in Parmenion as well, but keep him at the back. Keep him safe-ish. We'll see how he goes. Just get yourself through the line, sir. You should be safe enough. Get through those streets if at all possible. Mass routes apart from the Persian general. Unfortunately, there are some reinforcements. That's some more coming on through. Get Parmenion back. We don't want him to die. Unfortunately, he probably will. Grab whatever cav we can. And you can just throw yourself in there because you're already gone, sir. That's fine. And just cause as many problems as we want. Right, I'm going to say hoplites. Where are we, lads? Hoplites, 5 of you, 38 of you. Yeah, these guys, get yourselves out of there. You've done your work for the time being. Let's get ourselves onto some fresh phalanges just to make sure we get this one over the line as safe as possible. Onto double phalange wall here. That's how we're going to win this. These guys, 107, yeah, we'll be okay now. I think we're fine. It's just how many can we mop up? That's really what I'd like to do, but we're running out of cav and we are being shot, which is why I keep trying to push through here and why we tried to take them out of the field at the start. But fortunately the missiles are causing us problems. There isn't really much I can do about it until the mass rout happens. And for the mass rout to happen, we do need to get the general slain. There's the Bactrian cav slain. There's the other guy at the back there. So do we want to slowly walk towards the enemy? We might do, you know. I'm just going to slowly walk towards them. I'm going to say at this point, let's see if we can get some of our high pacifists, which is definitely the correct pronunciation, through the side street. You guys, get your phalanxes down, please. Your job is to slowly walk towards the enemy. That's what you're supposed to be doing. No, it seems like these guys don't know how to do what I'm asking. Come on, get yourself in there. In there. Oh, for Pete's sake, now we're just getting shot. We might have just have run everyone forward and see if we can take some people out here because it's mostly archers at this point and they're going to cause us some problems. So you, get on top. Get on top as much as we can. And honestly, yeah, just to start piling everyone in here, we're going to have to push forward as much as possible. Get into that general, please. We need to take him down. With the pikes back down, hopefully we can now take him out. Come on, there he is. There's the king himself, the king of kings, running away as he always does. Oh no, it's happening again, sir. Right, let's push on while we can. Everybody just keep on pushing on. Parmenion did just turn up there at that moment. It's the only cavalry we've got left to do any charging. We might as well just keep on pushing here because it's all we can do. We're going to keep someone on the plaza, probably like these 7. Yeah, you 10. You get back to the plaza. Everyone else, pretty much, let's just get pushing out. Let's take on any margin archers we can. We just need to rout these guys ASAP. Okay, Parmenion, this is your time to shine. Mop them up, you lovely, lovely bastard. The end of the battle is surely nigh now. We are pushing on to what I think might be the last unit. Is it? Not yet. Oh no, squeaky narrator Thomas is here. What else is left fighting? I don't know. There must be someone in the distance, but Parmenion is at least on top of most of them at this point. Let's just chase down those guys. Let the infantry inside the town chase out those peltasts. That'll be absolutely marvellous. Looks like we got it now. Who is still fighting? I don't know, but we need to get every archer we can off of this field, damn it. The enemy army is routing. It turns out there's a huge pile of them over here. If only you looked at the minimap, Thomas, you would have noticed. But yes, we do indeed have these hoplites here waiting to phalanx these guys. Don't worry about it. Get out of phalanx. Just start running in here. We need to plough them into the soil. We're going to need quite a lot of food, actually, to feed the new army we're going to have to train here. So this is definitely going to be one of the more bloody affairs. I'm glad we have the reinforcements. I think we needed them, actually. This too many archers, and the AI actually vaguely using them well. Terrible, terrible allied guy. He threw himself to his death. But this does set up as well. We have repelled 2 big forces here. At this point, we're in a very good position. Technically, the battle isn't over. There's pretty like 1 stupid unit in the side street. Indeed, it's this margin archer over here. One of you take him out. But with them gone, I think the day will be done. Indeed it is. Let's mop them up, baby. Anyway, I'm going to call it a victory there because I can't find the last unit. 2,170 killed. Darius escaping with his life. That's fine. We can just kill him another day. But we did lose a fair few men there. That's best part of 500 or so. So, unfortunately, that is going to have to be a bit of a difficult one to take. But we can retrain since we have a little bit of money now. I'm getting a message here from the advisor which suggests that we're probably not winning in time. We're behind schedule. Does she say this just because we don't have enough territories, or does she just say it every 20 turns anyway? I don't know. Anyway, we have a new benefactor here today. Sharp and confident commander. We'll be needing that, won't we? Okay, we've reached Babylon at long last. Now, last time, by the way, I heard that we were the richest faction, which is quite concerning since we had about, what, 1,000 money? Parmenion has a shield bearer, very nice indeed. We lost Basileus of Heraclium, who didn't get to live very long, but wasn't very competent as far as I'm concerned, so you deserve to die. We hired some peasants. Why did I do that? I just did the classic sort out the public order, but now we spent 120 on some peasants. Right, you guys are going to have to be important, damn it. Okay, so we've hired some peasants. Add that to the list. Fine. Someone's got to look after the towns anyway, so we'll just have to accept that situation. Now, if they're going to send more armies at us, what do we want to do? We could actually just go and stand on the bridge. If they want to do more bridge battles, maybe we'll just go for that. But over here, we do need to go and retrain just a little bit. End of term report. We have some money, and more importantly, those armies are routing. I think we're just going to merge here. Grab what we can, merge it all together. We do have more reinforcements over here with the Cretians, actually. So the Cretians can come join us. We will get 1 more of them. We'll get some retraining done, build the wall, and yeah, build the wall. That will keep us free, and then we can indeed start moving ever onwards. Should I leave Jade empty? I'm not sure that's a good idea, to be honest. So we will see about that. But Toma does have a few new generals, actually. That's not good. That's not good at all, actually, is it? No. Okay, you get yourselves out of there. Now, if we can grab Yeah, let's just grab these two guys and bring them over here. Unfortunately, that is not going to be very good for us. Let's try and do it that way. We can't escape. Brilliant. Okay, well, we're going to send more boats together, so hopefully that they manage to get away. But for the time being, Jade's going to be in trouble. Unfortunately for our boats, they are indeed going to get sunk to the deep blue seas. There's not much we can do about the Persian fleet other than just take out Persia, I think. So that's probably what we're going to do. On the note of the lovely, lovely saucy recruits, though, Persian scythed chariots. We will be grabbing those. No way we are not grabbing that, no. So only 450 as well. That's pretty good. We can afford to hire those guys. And do you want to get any more? I don't know, because you want to send the entire army, apart from those 13 men, into that direction. So, what do you want to do? Send one of you over here to Jade. That'll be fine. The other one just keeps on moving. And you, sir, can keep moving this direction. But we do want to hire up some mercs. Now, we are lacking potentially in some missiles here. So I'm going to grab the Immortals. Those are very nice to have indeed. I'm losing track of what I've been hiring here. I need to go back and actually, count, which is a problem because I should have actually bothered to do that already. So we're going to go and mop up these guys. Hopefully I don't lose too many of you in the meantime. Well, this battle could be interesting. They're immediately going to charge their cavalry, so you might as well send some scythe chariots in. Why not? That could be fun. Don't get ourselves too killed though, lads. Lost a couple of them, that's fine. That will happen occasionally, but we want to be swinging around and shredding them. Cretan archers, by the way, will be doing their work. Quite aggressive by these guys, to be honest, but the scythe chariots, despite a couple losses, done a pretty good job, all things considered. Lovely work. Okay, so Cretan archers, you can do your work. We'll get the Immortals to do their work on these guys instead. That'll be absolutely magnificent. So yeah, nice to finally get these guys into battle. It's the annoying thing on this game, I can't double click and then just swing over to them. Quite irritating. Anyway, these guys are going to move themselves over there. You get yourselves shooting in at them. Where are they going? Because you can't escape, lads. You've already withdrawn once. Let's get the cavalry around the back and we'll mop them up. Aside from a few men getting hit by long-range pelters and inevitably I think a couple here getting shot by our own missiles, we've largely managed to mop them up with not quite minimal losses, but low losses. For 3 units, not too bad. We lost, what, 8 men? It'll do. With that done, we're immediately then moving straight on to Issus, which hopefully we will be able to crack into next turn. If they want to take us on the field, they're absolutely welcome. We will mop them up. As for, yeah, these guys, we probably need to start being aggressive here, although I don't mind a turn or two if we're just dealing with Issus again. So, alright. We'll bide a moment or two down south, if only because it distracts them whilst we take care of this problem. It must be said that they are starting to swarm us at this point. We really haven't broken their back, but we should be okay. Down here, Alexander, I've decided to get rid of a fair few of the units just to try and pull them in once again. So we'll see if that's enough. I did get us some Cretans for this, which I have set up in the mercenary section to appear down here as well. I just feel like you're not too far from Crete over in this part of the world, so you might as well have that available. Parmenion is a bit of an unhappy town right now, which is not necessarily ideal. We're going to have to spend some money on more peasants, which isn't necessarily ideal, but I'm going to keep noting all of that down. Time though to head straight on into Issus, which at the very least is just an empty city, and this time the game does what it's supposed to, which is only losing a few. It says they're 7, but we've got 6 left, so that's absolutely fine. We killed their king. We now have money, baby, and that is absolutely crucial, because with some money we can now hire up what we need. You, sir, buy us an army. So I'm going to have to note all this down in a minute, but we're going to hire up, I would say, all of this. Do you want all of this? Companion cav as well. Yeah, you know what? We want all of it. We're just going to hire all of it. There we are. There's a new army, damn it. Is that a clever idea? We've got nowhere to put them now. Might have to take on these guys on the bridge. They've got some Phrygian lads. You know what? You can go and stand on this bridge. Could you defend that bridge? Would that be terrible for me to leave you on that bridge? It might not be a bad idea at all, actually. Yeah, okay. I'm going to spend this money a little bit. Likewise down here, I'm not the best choice of units to be honest. But mind some skirmishing cavalry. That's pretty nice. But aside from that, yeah, I think at this point we're just going to be grabbing ourselves some units actually. Let's just start lining these up. And maybe we'll just build the odd building just to kind of chill things out, because some of these towns are getting very unhappy, and the odd temple just to keep things under control, probably for the best. Well, they haven't fallen for the bridge trap, which is a bit of a problem actually, because they have an awful lot of armies and I can't do an awful lot to defend myself. They've even got some more forces over here, so Jade isn't even very well protected. We don't have the money anymore because obviously we've now blown our money on a lot of mercenaries, which means, yeah, the best plan really is to use the bridge troll army here to go and just take Sinope instead. So I'm going to tell him to go over here. We'll take him on, and then we'll just put the siege on instead. That will be fine. As for Issus, we will grab this force. We'll leave some agrarian javelinmen behind. That's not happy. That's not good, but I guess we'll just take that for a turn. Maybe we don't need all of this with us, actually, because we were just going to stand the bridge. There's too much over here, to be honest, but we'll send some companions back. I grab my agents and just start moving onwards to Tyre. Okay, we can see there's a general, but we're not in a terrible position over there, but we do need to start conquering some cities quickly to gain some money back. Yes. Alright, fine. We'll send some more Persian infantry. This place isn't going to get much happier, sadly, and we really don't want riots to cause us problems. So I'm going to send a few more over there, and this is hopefully enough for a bridge, although we don't have any missiles for it, Thomas. You know what? It'll probably be fine. Hopefully all is good. Probably a good thing that they're going to take us on the field up in the north. Does this mean they've relieved the siege? No, it does not. It just means they put another army out of their arse. Okay, well, Captain Otanes is going to head on in. Hyper-Ukrainians. We've got a few of the Barcanians as well. Mardin Archer, but still no general here. Okay, not our best force really, especially a bridge troll, but it'll be okay. We've got the general here as well. He needs to go down. That should be easy enough. We'll deal with him easily enough, but yeah. Let's take these guys out. Thankfully for us, we have ourselves a beautiful hill here, and we are going to make good use of that by using our archers to immediately drown them in arrows. And by drown them, I mean kill about 2 men. That's absolutely fine, though. We'll probably aim for those cavalry, thank you very much, but we certainly can do some good work because we've got some more missiles with these lovely, lovely immortals on the flanks. Very nice work indeed. So yes, as their cavalry are probably going to walk straight into our... yeah, they're going to walk straight into the spikes, I imagine, so let's not worry too much about those. Get these chariots out to the flank, see if we can cause some chaos over in that part of the world. Oh yeah, we're in a very nice position here. Buccaneer horsemen, if we need to deal with those, we will. Immortals, Mardin archers, yeah, okay. They're just getting themselves lined up here. That's fine by me. We've got the hill advantage. We are shredding them really, really quickly here. This is beautiful. Start using those guys to aim in that direction. They look like they're distracted by us. That means we're going to get some shots in. It's fine by me. Just keep these Scythe chariots moving along. And I think we'll be shooting them down pretty simply here today. Down goes the general. That was simple enough. And with that... yeah, we're going to be in a very good position now to keep pushing onwards. I'm not sure we lost anyone in this battle yet. And they've lost a huge amount of their force. They are running out of juice already. And yeah, with the Rhodian Slingers at the top of this hill, we're doing some beautiful, beautiful work. I think those Balkanian horsemen could cause us problems, but it looks like the Immortals are shooting over in that direction. Or at least they were until they run out of their missiles, which it seems like they just about have at this point. You guys just kind of turn yourselves around. Make sure our chariots don't get picked off, but in general, yeah, they're in big trouble here. Peltas are going to come on in, but I think they'll probably rout before anything happens. Let's change over to flaming missile mode. In fact, actually, I want to shoot over at these guys, so we'll shoot over at them as much as we can. But yeah, they are in big trouble now. We are now getting attacked actually by some of their immortal missiles, so I think it's probably time, lads, to start changing over. Indeed, they are going to make their move as well. It's going to be too late for you, I'm afraid. I'm going to send in some of the cavalry to mop up those guys. Oh dear, they look like they might be in range of us actually. Better just head on in nice and quickly and deal with those immortals. You're going to rout. You've got the hill advantage here. You probably should be routing, but no, get out of there. They are indeed anti-cav, so probably not a good idea to hang around. But the Cretians look like they're dealing with these guys pretty darn well indeed. Yeah, at this point they're going to run on across, and we'll just use those guys there just to go and block that up. Oh, that's absolutely magnificent. So get the Rhodians back into this kind of bit of the world, dealing with them. Chariots are going to do whatever they can to finish these guys. And, oh yeah, there's the general back there. We do need to bear that in mind. Cretians, stop for a moment. Just want to keep a few missiles left for you. Bacanian horsemen, you could be interesting. So yeah, just stop what you're doing. I think we'll just finish mopping up whatever we can with the chariots over here. In fact, on that note, just go and send these horsemen to go and mop them up. That'll be absolutely magnificent, but the general is going to come on in. Just need the archers and the slingers left to finish him off. At this stage then, we are just taking on the general. We've got a few missiles coming on in. We've reorganised our spears over there. Light cav just mopping up whatever is left of that original army. That's absolutely perfect. Bit low on missiles at this point if the Cretians might have just run out, but it is just what it is. We'll have to do what we can with the Rhodians. Maybe just pull them into a last little affair here. So we'll see about that. We do then have those cav just to go and mop up everything, so you just make sure you're dealing with them. They are slowly going down though, Mr. General. That's unfortunate for you, isn't it? Oh, he's not very happy with life. Okay, hopefully we can just take him down in the last few moments. He's very likely to flee, you'd think. But, ooh, okay, yep, there he is. He's fleeing. But where is he going to go? Where is he going to flee to? Who knows? Let's get all cav heading over this direction. We'll try and take him down. It would be really unfortunate if I lost my general to this. I'm just hoping the light cav can do it. Down he goes! Indeed they have. Get these guys out of there immediately, because they're going to get shredded by this accidentally. So, yeah, just let him go, lads. Just let him go. A magnificent affair there, just 25 men lost. Who can argue with that? We can see victory over in Sinope, but over here at Issus we have ourselves a big battle on the bridge. Now, luckily, they are not big on archers, just a few Mardians. We don't have any of that nonsense, so this should be fine, but there's always the slight worry that they're going to use their archers well. Let's head on in. We are unfortunately being shot down by the general and some of these Mardian archers here. They are not heading on in quick enough. Come on, Mr. Chariots, get into place. They were really ready to go, but then they just didn't make the move. This unit here is absolutely shredded. Okay, and now they're coming. Of course they're coming now. Okay, you guys might just need to stop and just get your phalanxes down, actually. You're just going to stand there and fight now. That's absolutely fine. Right, some people are taking some javelin hits. That's absolutely fine. That's just what they've got to do. Why are we not over here, by the way? They're really not quite in the position I want them to be. Anyway, it'll be absolutely fine. Javelins coming on in. Phrygians. Haven't really seen us use the Phrygians yet, but their time will come, damn it. Don't you worry about it. Few too many men being lost at the very start, but yeah, we're going to get the javelins in nice and early, and then we'll be in a good position. Okay, high pass. These guys are going to just start getting themselves into the second row here. We're going to lose quite a lot, but if we can wipe out this army, I'll be quite happy with it, to be honest. It will do. You guys, why did you do that? Why did they move over there? Why are you facing that way? Turn around, you fools. Anyway, all is fine. These guys are out of missiles, but it's okay. These guys are still being shot to ribbons by their archers. Not ideal. They're routing just from the missiles. That's a bit embarrassing. This is going to lose us more men than I like. Nonetheless, there is a break here, and we're just going to send our cavalry across in the hope that the rout will be continuing. Looks like something's got back into battle here, but I think it's just those horsemen, and I think they're going to rout immediately if I'm lucky. So we're just going to send them and hope all is fine. Yeah, those guys are broken too. That's what you want to see. Send the chariots at them as well. That's perfect. Okay, good. We've done some good work. Let's just grab our infantry, get them to start. Get over the river, please. That will be marvellous. And the general's just going to mop up whatever he can. That general's going to chase us down. If he gets away, it's not the end of the world. Because our chariots are going to go into his chariots. If nothing else, it buys us time. But they're routing too. Hardly a surprise. Let's just go and get the general moving forward. We don't really want him to die, but we do need to get our guys across the river as quick as possible just to back him up. We'll try and pull them back into us if at all possible. Keep running, lads. Haven't you learnt the news? We need to keep running. Okay, this is an interesting one. At this point then, we're just charging on through. We're not going to risk charging the general, obviously. That would be utter lunacy. But we are going to mop up everyone else that we can. They are still shooting at us, though, as they flee, which is slightly embarrassing. I don't think they're going to come back for us, though. They are indeed running away, but we can wipe out the rest of his army, for Pete's sake. These modern archers aren't actually fleeing yet. There we go. Now they're fleeing. Let's get on top of all of this. The general fleeing, then we should be absolutely fine, but we've lost quite a lot here. Hopefully, we can retrain them soon enough. A crashing victory, a heroic one at that. We lost 311 men, which isn't too bad considering, but okay, we're going to see what's left of us after that. An interesting situation here. So the game crashed, and when I reloaded, apparently we get a man of the hour. This seems to be Parmenion. Seems familiar to me, to be honest. I'm going to accept. Isn't Parmenion over here? He is our man of the hour, and that's him. Don't really know what's happening here. So yes, this battle did crash, so we've now got this situation not quite as good as it was, to be honest. We didn't kill as many on the rebattle, and I mean, I'm going to note down how many actually died in the original, but yeah, the reality isn't quite the same. So, alright, we're going to send what we can onwards, and we're just going to try and ignore ISIS if we can, if at all possible. Peasants can just keep it under control. And other than that, I think what we're going to do is just keep moving. Let's just start causing them trouble by burning down more cities in the distance. I think that's going to be my tactic here. In fact, you can hire up some more troops, so that might well be what he decides to do. So get one more of those lads. As for Sinope, your job is to probably go and relieve everyone else. So leave one unit behind and just get yourself in over here. If they want to head on in next turn, they are welcome to, but we will demolish them. And it seems Persia do want to take on a random force out in the field. That's fine by me. This force is vastly inferior, probably. So let's head on in, let's take them down. Well, immediately our armies start very, very close to each other, which could be of interest. I'm going to try and get them to turn a little bit because we do have a bit of a hill to contest here, and I'd like to grab it for myself, of course. So actually on this occasion we've got our got a companion friends here, at least the mercenary kind, so we've got some friends to go and throw to their deaths. Hopefully not too many deaths, but you know, that's vaguely the plan that's going on here. Let's get ourselves into position, and it looks like we're going to grab the hill. Seems like they've been pretty aggressive here and just charging on in. That's interesting. Okay, straight into these Barcanians then with our companions. Straight into them, just immediately wipe the floor with those guys. Looks like they're going to charge our chariots over there. That is very interesting indeed. Let's just go and grab a couple of our units and go and throw in at those guys. May not be the perfect use of companions, but at this point they are going to be able to swing immediately through. No, they've thrown their general immediately. I say that's pretty darn perfect use. Just charge on into these infantry. I know they're anti-cav, but I was hoping that would at least break them because they weren't ready for it. Get the companions out of there and just start coming straight back through those guys. That's fine. Alright, maybe not perfect, but they've done a decent bit of job just making sure the hill was secured because we almost lost it with a well-timed maneuver from them. Get those guys back around that flank, thank you very much. And yeah, we need these guys to go deal with that. We'll get these cav just to go and deal with these guys. Yeah, go and mop them up. I don't want them coming back, thank you very much. Send the chariots after them too. So they're going to pile everyone into the same position, which is very, very interesting indeed. Go deal with the Macedon archers soon enough. Looks like they're just taking on one unit of high papists. I'm quite happy with that. Ooh, we're going to charge straight into this Persian infantry again. Should rout them, to be honest. You'd like to think so. That's 2 units straight into him. Yeah, indeed, they're gone. Good. Good, 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 good. General's come back, but I'm not too concerned about him. Looks like one unit of our lads is pretty much entirely dealing with them by himself, which is kind of amusing. Maybe someone can go help him, though. Would be the worst idea in the world. Our cav's been eliminated because I wasn't paying attention. Excellent stuff. This is the problem with no missiles. Having this line here doesn't make any sense if you haven't got any missiles to actually back them up. Fine. Okay, you turn around, get around to them as well. We were doing well on this flank, if nothing else. All is absolutely fine. Get our cavalry out of there. What a waste of my money. Well, at least no one's pretty signed up to be those cavalrymen, because actually they were actually hired on this episode. It's fine. I'll treat Alexander's true companions a little bit better than that. Only a little bit. It's killed! Oh, beautiful. Right, Persian infantry. They did the business against Cav, and it has kind of shown here. Unfortunately, we got one break on that hero who'd done all the fighting so far. But other than that, it's absolutely fine. We're just going to start turning some people in here. It'll be fine. General's going to deal with him, and he should just turn around and deal with the Mardian archers, though, because they are still causing us problems. But we are mostly mopping people up in this part of the world. So, Kalakades, you don't get the bonus, do you? I don't think you do. No, you do too. Everyone's a spearman. Pete's sake. It's kind of annoying, actually. Everyone's a spearman these days. The fiends. Right, let's just send in these chariots. They'll deal with it. General's going to mop up that guy. Good work, Mr. Scythe. That should hopefully tear him asunder. Indeed it has. Go and deal with the Kalakades now. That'll be absolutely fine. They're probably going to go take on this good unit of High Papists. Alright, we're losing a few more men, but this is it's just pushing deep into their territory, really, at this point. Just really going behind the lines, causing them as many problems as we can. So yeah, you just pull out of there. You've done them a bit of damage. They're mostly gone now. Looks like the victory's pretty much there. It's just, yeah, as I say, without any archers or anything, I can't really do the skirmishing I want, so I need to use the cav a bit more. But need to pick one flank, not both at the same time, Thomas. Nonetheless, their tactics were decent enough. They were just aggressive. To be honest, when the AI is aggressive on this game, they normally at least do a decent job. At least cause you some trouble, because there's so many battles where if they're a bit passive, you can just basically dominate the battle and get it exactly how you want it to be. In this particular case, it works out well in the end, but we are going to take losses, and that's really not what we want in this campaign. Nonetheless, it'd be boring if we played every battle in sort of a perfect defensive fashion, so we'll just take the odd loss here or there. It's absolutely fine. We've done a pretty good job here today, and with that, pretty much the final unit is going down. One or two left to mop up, but realistically, the battle is ours. Well, we lost a good 370 or so men there, but we have done a very good job of pretty much eliminating the army, so I think we'll have to take that. With victory out in the field, then it's time for us to head towards Hatra and yes, Amida over here. Okay, we could potentially split off actually and deal with these into separate battles. That might be a stupid decision, but I would quite like to get them both done. Eastern Mercenaries! I don't know why there's two different versions. Presumably one's got one experience. No, they're exactly the same. Very nice. Okay, well that's entirely pointless. There's a good defense on those Syrian cav. Very nice. 14 defense. Ooh, how do the companions compare? 18. Well, they just died very easily thanks to my incompetence. So, alright, maybe that wasn't necessarily the best thing. Let's go and send some of our good units who are still alive over in this part of the world over to Amida, since there's a couple units standing outside. And we'll do one mercenary repel test. I don't know if we do. We can probably win this if they decide to sally forth. So we get one ram. And we can try and take care of both of those by splitting up. They can't reach us, so that's probably a good place to start. Elsewhere, Scythia, I think we're just dealing with some rebels. We'll keep an eye on that too. They've decided to give up the sieges over here, so both of them actually. So that's good for me, but does mean that I need to go and mop these guys up. That does, though, mean this really tidies up this part of the world. I can, yeah, really start to send some of my men forward here. That's good. Okay, that's very nice indeed. Yeah, Alexander's just doing some great bridge trolling over here, keeping them distracted. Now, Babylon, we know, has a few troops in it, but that's for the next town. Susa is empty. Okay, so they don't have a huge amount over in this part of the world. I suspect all their armies are here and are pretty much all bogged down in the Sinai, which is good for me because we can now start to smash our way through what remains. So I'm going to try and mop up some of these guys and hopefully get back to defend Issus in time. Well, they certainly look like they're in panic stations here. We have Amida and Hatra under siege simultaneously, of course. We could be in trouble, though, if we don't get ourselves organised. So, time to head on in. First up then, Amida. Not too much going on here, just a general. This one should be nice and easy. As you can probably imagine, we're just immediately walking into the general. Quite how we managed to hit so many of our troops over this building here, I don't know. So there we are. Simple enough, quick victory. They got themselves a few kills there. Yeah, so 14 deaths, but that's pretty darn efficient. With one extermination complete then. Oh, it's already battered up. That's annoying because I specifically didn't auto-resolve so that we didn't have to fix any of this nonsense. It's a bit annoying, but yeah, as a result, we can't actually do anything or train anyone. That is not what I wanted to see. However, we will build ourselves a nice little road, and we will immediately take our forces along to the next tower. Actually, keep those guys with us. Actually, we should probably leave something behind. So I'll leave those guys behind, and we'll just head straight on into Hatra, which is going to be slightly more complicated because we do need to go deal with some reinforcements. It is a general, a few hyper-Ukrainians, and in the reinforcements, yeah, just some random mercenary lads that we need to go and pick off. Let's head on in. With reinforcements coming in over the hill then, we need to try and mop these guys up ASAP. We left a few of our more pikey lads at the far entrance over there. They're going to work their way in, and the rest of these guys are going to try and intercept best they can. So let's go and get our cavalry to go and deal with them. That should be absolutely marvellous. Infantry should be able to get there in time. We've got a couple hyper lads, and we're going to go and grab these guys to quickly thunder on in. Okay, that should be absolutely marvellous. Going to send the chariots to try and intercept. Okay, yeah, they're turning around for us now. Get the general to pull back a moment. And the companions can charge on in, allied cav, and get the general to turn back in now and hit the peltas instead. That would be absolutely marvellous. Good charge for those lads. Get them out of there. Get the chariot into them instead. And we should be tearing up their general pretty darn soon here. Get the allied cav out of there. That'd be absolutely marvellous. Come on, shred him. Apparently he's going to fight to the very last man for some reason. There we are, he's gone. And with him gone, we're in a good place moving forward. Get the allied cav to keep pushing him down. If these guys want to just stand and throw their javelins at these guys as they run past, that would be excellent news. In fact, we do have some more cavalry right here, so let's see if we can beat them to the gate. That would be excellent. Right, get my general out of there before he gets himself killed. That is probably for the best, yes. And get these guys just to pull out for a moment. They're now gone as well. Excellent. Get those cav on top of them. Get them over there. And we're going to throw some javelins into those guys. These will mop up them. Perfect. As you can probably imagine, these guys are taking a lot of hits as they get themselves into position. Hope Ukrainians do have missiles as well. Down goes the general though. That's good. That's what we needed to see. And we might well get a rout in a moment, but unfortunately a couple of the chariots are so wild they're back in position. Get your pikes vaguely organised. Fortunately for these guys, it's all just a bit of chaos here, so we'll just see how many of my mercs decide to survive this. Keep your pikes out and you should be fine. Just keep holding. I sent the ones with experience, so they would probably hold that a little bit better. There we go. Just about time to walk in here and finish them off, because cavalry don't like to send them anywhere near chariots. You've got to be careful about that. But victory all the same there. We lost just over 100 men. It'll do. And with that, we have ourselves a much bigger bucket of money. Oh, I am happy for that. There's also a bit of damage here. They've been having rioting problems, haven't they? Indeed, they have. Now, in terms of recruitment, we can't do anything right now. But we don't have a barracks here. And that is upsetting. We'll build one of those. We're going to need it. Okay, not the end of the world. We can at least get an upgrade to our units. So we will do that. There's no actual retraining here in terms of the men. It's just giving us some more when it comes to, what do you call it, just the armor and things, I suppose. Now, in terms of everything else, actually, we can get some reinforcements, I would assume, with some hires here. So get the chariots, get some of the skirmishers. Those guys could be very, very helpful indeed. I won't send them into Amida. We'll just get everyone gathered over in this part of the world, but I will just choose to retrain those guys instead. That is probably for the best. On the end turn then, we immediately get our new city of Amida Mudhoney 42 under siege. Should say that does sound an awful lot like a Well, I don't know. It does sound a bit of an odd name, doesn't it? But anyway, Mudhoney 42, you have your city now, Amida Mudhoney. It's a beautiful name. Who can argue with that? But to finish us off, we've got a more beautiful affair here. Finally, they take some of the bait here on the bridge. Going to take these guys out. Alexander's been having a lovely holiday in Egypt. It is said that he loved it there. Well, indeed, he'll be finishing off his holiday with one final bit of bloodshed. And I think we're ready to move on because we've invested a little bit of money now and things are looking good. By the way, we've also renamed Gokhan Shakhmak over here for another one of our members. He hasn't put any comments in the chat, but seeing as I think his name sounds rather Turkish, we'll give him Isis over there. He can correct me if I'm wrong if you want something else, but I've given you that for now, sir. That is yours. Right, let's head on in. Let's take out Captain Bagabagina. Well, in some very good news indeed, they only have one unit of archer and they are almost entirely shredded already. We are also, by the way, in the snow, Egyptian snow on the Nile. I'm not sure that's particularly normal, but hey ho, we are going to have to accept that weird situation that we are currently in. So let's just go and get these guys running into position then, seeing as we don't need to worry about the missiles on this here occasion. Let's get everyone into position. You just go straight into phalanx. They are just coming straight on in. Interesting. Okay, there are a few missiles just catching us here, but it's fine. Get yourself under skirmish. Shoot someone at the rear. You guys stay off of skirmish, please. Just make sure we're still shooting. Can we just make sure we're on thingy, by the way? Phalanx. Get your phalanx down. There we go. All is fine. You guys don't know what you're trying to do, but it's not helpful. Not helpful. Stay out of that, you utter fools. What are they trying to do? Get those guys out of here. Foolish Persian slingers. I don't trust that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing right now. Get out of there. We've got an inside job going on right now. Okay, you guys, shooting at those Mardian archers all you can. Cretians, you go onto fire. You are indeed on fire. These guys also go onto fire. That is perfect. He's fleeing straight through us. We need not worry too much about all these guys. That's our guys. That's our guys still running in a stupid manner. That's absolutely fine. Do not let them shoot. We've got the same problem with these guys. They're getting pulled into it because one of them's an absolute numpty. Again, the Persians from the doing an inside job here. I don't appreciate it. But the battle is won. Let us mop them all up and we should be in a good position now just to, yeah, get all of this dealt with. So we'll just tell the missiles to stop shooting. We'll get these guys. Yeah, let's just get Thomas to run across at this point. It's just those few archers, but I don't think they're going to escape anyway. An absolute massacre in the snow. Don't know why it's snowing here, but it's an omen of sorts. It was certainly a good victory for us here today, and Tom Alexander with a big victory. And we'll see what they want to do from here, but we're in a much healthier position than at the start of the day. Well, with victory in the snowy Nile, then we are now pushing on towards Tyre, the great city of sort-of laser Tyre. And I'm looking forward to that one. Do, of course, give me any of your city requests in the comments below. There's still a few members who haven't had their cities yet or haven't put in a request for a city. Some of them are just slightly more in the east. We'll get to those, don't worry. It looks like we're going to be a 5-parter series. I think we're pretty close to breaking the back here by the looks of it. I feel like they have these 4 armies. They may well have a couple more hiding in the east, but I see no sign of them over here in this choke point. And oh yeah, I think this is looking very good for us indeed. The reinforcements, finally have enough reinforcements down here. We have an economy to send someone to go mop up Petra, but Alexander, yes, he's got his army and he's moving up along. Don't worry, you Phrygians, you're going to get your chance soon enough. We'll get ourselves over to that hill in good time and deal with them. Gokhan Shakhmak over here has got a stack outside of it. I guess next time we'll start off by punching those guys in the face. We've got some reinforcements coming in now. We must be well over 7,000 on the recruited units now. I'll have to do a totting up in a minute, but we're definitely somewhere towards that number. Quite a few more deaths here today, but we've made a lot of progress too, and I'd say it's very good. I like our little poke towards Amida Mudhoney 42. Saucy name if ever there was one. And yeah, we're looking pretty good now, having managed to just send a few reinforcements just to shrug off the besieging army over here. We've got a good chance now to get a spy, get our barracks out, get some hoplites, and just start pushing forwards. I think this is looking very, very good indeed, and I hope you'll be joining me for the next part. For now, though, I'm Olivia, I'm Thomas, this is Nerds to Human, and this has been a YOLO run of Road Towards Alexander. Thank you, and tally-ho. In come the fire arrows, and if you're not aware, by the way, this is actually a traditional Berlin greeting. It says, come and dance with us, come and dance in the flames, come and dance and die on our streets. We have ourselves a foothold in Italy. They broke! We had them entirely surrounded.